Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by. Welcome to the Product Management View webinar series. During the presentation, all participants will be in a listen-only mode. If you would like to ask a question during the presentation, please use the chat feature located in the lower left corner of your screen. If you need to reach an operator at any time, please press *0. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded Wednesday, October 27th, 2010. I would now like to turn the conference over to Val. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Sarah. To those participating through ReadyTalk, Twitter, and those who will be reviewing the webinar as a podcast or a flash presentation later, hello. I'd like to welcome you to this new session of the Product Management View series. I'm Val Workman from Ryma Technology Solutions, one of the sponsors of this webinar. If you'd like to present in the webinar series or propose a topic, you can by starting a forum thread that's inside of the Grandview website. And as discussion escalates, we'll be able to pull those topics into the webinar. The PMV is about distributing the shared experiences of members within our open product management community. And today, the PMV is the world's largest free repository of product management recordings. I'll be your moderator today, and it's my pleasure to welcome back Si, and also Brad Barton and Mark Ferraro. Mark, you're going to have to fix this, Ferraro.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why I messed that one up. They'll be presenting our third part in this three-part series on tribal leadership. But before they do, we have a special guest who will perhaps provide some background to those of you who didn't attend the first two webinars. John King is one of the authors of the book that this webinar series is largely based on, Tribal Leadership, Leveraging Natural Groups to Build a Thriving Organization. And John, we're very grateful to have you here with us this morning, and we're glad that you're able to join us. Could you take a few moments and give us an overview of some of the concepts presented in the book that will maybe get this webinar started for folks?
Well, thank you, Val. I really appreciate being here. Believe me, it is my honor and privilege to be with you and to continue working with Si, who's my main man. I understand that you've actually had an overview of the cultural map and of structures, possibly even looking into triads and the strategy model. All of those are very, very keenly important things, and you can build an enormous amount of leverage on top of those. The name of the game is power. And the name of the game really is to get yourself from stage 3 to stage 4 and get the people around you from stage 3 to stage 4. So I'm going to actually assume that you understand that in language, stage 1 is life sucks, stage 2 is my life sucks, stage 3, which is related to 2, is I'm great, you're not, and I have the stats to prove it. And those two are locked in a zero-sum game. So that's a vicious cycle going on between stage 2 and 3. The breakout of the cycle is stepping across into stage 4, which is for the first time, a sociocentric, we're great kind of view of the world. This is actually where management is the platform you're standing on, but where leadership is actually beginning powerfully. So I thought that it might be useful for you to understand that, and all of us to see, that while every single person on this call has had the experience of stage 4, which is being in flow, as Csikszentmihalyi says, or being in the zone, as they say in sports, while that is true, I've never actually seen anybody who could, while they visited that spot, anchor themselves there, actually get themselves stabilized at that point. So the work of tribal leadership is developing a way to get yourself stable at stage 4. That actually is the punchline to what it is that we're going to be talking about today, at least what I'm going to be talking about. The key is the triad. The triad is the absolute life-altering, business-altering, game-altering structure that makes the difference. So I'd like to kind of take a little dive into what triads are and what they represent. We have a point of view in our culture, and we've inherited that point of view, called 2 is the perfect number. We actually think that we complete each other. We actually live inside of that as a myth. It's something that it shows up in our literature, it shows up in our movies, it shows up in our songs, it shows up in our culture, everywhere in our culture. We are swimming in the mythology of two-ness.